It is absolutely gigantic, and you will not believe your eyes. That is what thousands of Grand Theft Auto devotees exclaimed the moment fresh images of Vice City, the legendary fictional home of sun-soaked avenues and neon lights, burst onto the scene. Their voices echoed across online forums as everyone tried to absorb the mind-boggling scale of what appears to be the largest open-world setting in the franchise's history. And no wonder, Rockstar Games has delivered a fresh wave of tantalizing hints, revealing not only a sprawling cityscape, but also the promise of vast outlying areas. What on earth is going on with Grand Theft Auto 6, and why is everyone buzzing about the enormous scope of Vice City's roads, skyscrapers, and beyond? Today, we are going to dissect every shred of leaked detail, rumor, and official tidbit, because this is shaping up to be an unmissable chapter in the beloved sandbox saga. But first, let us pinpoint the core question. How did the latest reveals manage to catapult fan excitement to stratospheric levels? Quite simply, Rockstar Games dropped a dazzling second trailer not too long ago, accompanied by almost 100 never-before-seen images. Shortly thereafter, a wave of disappointment followed. The official release date had apparently been shifted to May 26th, 2026. Yet, rather than crush the spirit of players, it unleashed fresh curiosity, especially once people realized the developers had hidden subtle micro-details in the short promotional footage. Those details hint at a Vice City that is far bigger, far more detailed, and far more alive than any iteration fans have encountered before. In this deep dive, we will examine how these new glimpses might confirm a major expansion of the beloved retro metropolis. We will talk about the potential storyline surprises, and we will investigate some swirling fan theories. Stay tuned, because every piece of the puzzle might just blow your mind. Let us start with how fans are poring over the newly released screenshots to map out the full scope of Vice City. Because Rockstar Games has only revealed slivers of the environment through official means, enthusiasts have attached themselves to every single pixel like archaeologists brushing dust from ancient artifacts. Mappers, armed with high-resolution editing software, cleared away the hazy fog in certain images, revealing buildings, structures, and environmental markers previously hidden. One prominent screenshot attributed to a location known as Leonida Keys generated an intense wave of speculation. The faint silhouettes of city blocks were uncovered with a bit of digital cleanup, highlighting the shapes of distant urban structures, a probable control tower at an airport, and further evidence of a sprawling metropolis that extends well beyond a typical downtown area. This new clarity hints at a Vice City that is not merely a reimagining of the old neon paradise from the early 2000s installment, but a massive environment blending coastal communities, outlying industrial zones, and lush suburban enclaves. Just in the western portion of that screenshot, players spotted rows of houses that create a strong sense of lived-in realism, as though neighborhoods extend for miles before giving way to highways and business districts. On the eastern side, still partially veiled by fog, the scene takes on an industrial tone, complete with warehouses, smokestacks, and large cranes. This is a glimpse into a broader tapestry that many fans suspect is only the tip of the iceberg. Could it be that Rockstar Games has taken the nostalgia of retro Vice City and transformed it into a sprawling modern metropolis, dotted with truly distinct districts and navigable waterways? The question keeps popping up, fueling fervent speculation that the upcoming title might offer the biggest single-player experience in the entire franchise. And do not forget, Rockstar Games is legendary for environmental detail. Anyone who has roamed the streets of Los Santos and Grand Theft Auto 5 knows the satisfaction of stumbling upon a meticulously rendered convenience store, or the surprise of encountering random events on the sidewalk. Now, multiply that attention to detail by several magnitudes, and you have what many believe is in store with Grand Theft Auto 6. By clearing the fog in these new images, fans have identified everything from the tops of modest residential rooftops to the possible outline of a stadium, hinting at robust variety for players to explore. One especially intriguing find is the potential canal system winding through the southern region of Vice City, reminiscent of certain real-world coastal areas. If the game truly weaves small waterways throughout the city, offering new layers of exploration via boat or even diving missions, that could open up a dimension of gameplay that is both scenic and strategically important for story missions. Now, it is not just about raw geography. The second trailer dropped a bombshell by showcasing glimpses of new characters alongside certain returning elements that longtime fans might recognize from earlier Grand Theft Auto titles. In the background of one tense sequence, you can spot an updated version of a vintage Vice City sports car zipping around a neon-lit boulevard. Another clip shows a helicopter spotlight scanning a nighttime dock area. All these small cuts, seen in conjunction with the fresh screenshots, paint a picture of a game world that is shifting the boundary of what we thought was possible. However, the big news overshadowing all of these reveals is the changed release date. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now officially slated for late May in the year 2026. Some have labeled this delay a major buzzkill, but most fans seem perfectly happy to wait if it means Rockstar Games will deliver the truly massive, polished experience that these images imply. Why the delay, though? From insiders to casual gamers, everyone has a theory. Some suggest that creating a city as large as Vice City demands more time to refine everything from traffic systems to dynamic weather to realistic crowd behavior. Others point to potential next-generation console hardware leaps, believing Rockstar wants to fully utilize advanced capabilities that will be standard by 2026. Meanwhile, the official statement from Rockstar remains relatively vague, pointing to a need for additional development time to meet their own high-quality standards. Regardless of the reasoning, the net effect is that hype remains undiminished. If anything, the glimpses we now have suggest that the developers are stepping up their ambitions beyond even the scale of Grand Theft Auto 5. Could that translate into more wild-side activities, deeper storyline arcs, or even the reintroduction of some fan-favorite features? There are swirling rumors about more complex robbery missions, fully functioning casinos, and entire hidden swamps teeming with wildlife. None of this is confirmed, of course, but it fits the pattern of a game that is driving fan speculation to unprecedented levels. Perhaps the most significant clue to the magnitude of the updated Vice City is the carefully orchestrated trailer subtext. Eagle-eyed viewers noticed that nearly every clip offered a vantage point from a different neighborhood, implying distinct atmospheres within the same general locale. From sleek, ultra-modern skyscrapers to older, more dilapidated blocks reminiscent of the early 2000s Vice City, the sense of variety is staggering. Then there is that control tower teased in the cleaned-up screenshot, suggesting a major airport that could rival or exceed the size of Los Santos International Airport. Over on one side, industrial complexes revolve around shipping lines, while an entirely separate area appears to be devoted to vibrant nightlife. This segmentation mirrors real-world city designs, fueling fan narratives about dynamic boroughs or districts that each have their own vibe and potential set of missions. For those who love story-based speculation, the rumored presence of multiple playable protagonists is only stoking the excitement further. One storyline rumor is that the game might follow two key characters from entirely different lifestyles, one living it up in the penthouses and nightclubs of Central Vice City, and another hustling in more downtrodden corners, forced to confront the underworld from a vantage point of desperation. This dual perspective could connect to the map design itself, forcing players to crisscross vast distances for missions that highlight the city's many contrasts. If Rockstar Games has built entire small-town communities along the outskirts, as the screenshots appear to suggest, we might see sequences that blend high-stakes heists downtown with gritty survival tasks in rural outskirts. The result? A sprawling epic that dwarfs even Grand Theft Auto 5 in terms of narrative scope. Should these rumors hold true, we may be looking at a game that accomplishes the impossible, capturing the vintage, pastel-hued Vice City vibe while pushing futuristic mechanics and realism. That tension alone, nostalgia colliding with next-gen design, might explain how Rockstar is pulling out all the stops and is unafraid to push the release date back. For some longtime supporters, the possibility of returning to a place as iconic as Vice City is irresistible. The original installment conjured images of fast cars racing along beaches under a tropical sunset, of flamboyant shirts and clubs blasting retro tunes. Now, with modern hardware and Rockstar's well-known devotion to detail, it could be that the new Vice City is essentially its own living, breathing entity, one that players will sink hundreds of hours into before even approaching total exploration. And so, the wait, while painful, might be a worthy trade-off. If you are as thrilled as I am, consider giving this video a friendly nod or a like. It lets everyone know that the Grand Theft Auto community is more alive than ever, especially in times when official news might be sparse. but the rumor mills are spinning non-stop. Of course, the hype is not solely about the single-player universe. Many are speculating about what Grand Theft Auto Online will look like within the domain of Vice City. Could we see an expanded version of the popular online mode, complete with bigger heists, more plot-driven expansions, or even citywide events that transition day to night in real time? The new screenshots may even hold some hidden suggestions about how online play will be integrated, hinting at large open areas perfect for group missions or gang takeovers. Remember how Grand Theft Auto V's online mode started relatively modestly and then ballooned into a phenomenon featuring flying cars, subterranean command centers, and all manner of chaotic player versus player modes? Rockstar might be planning an even more ambitious route for the new iteration, capitalizing on refined server technologies that can handle hundreds of players in one shared city. The possibilities spark the imagination of every fan who is ready to drag their friends into a neon nighttime mission that leaps from a highway car chase to a back alley shootout. Yet, it is the single-player mapping community that currently has the most immediate reason for excitement. The mention of Leonida Keys triggered a wave of topographical analysis, where each newly cleaned-up screenshot was placed side by side on fan-made street grids. By cross-referencing building heights, road angles, and even the position of the sun in certain shots, these dedicated individuals aim to create an approximate layout of Vice City well before the official map is released. While their work is purely speculative, it is grounded in the gleaned details from official media. If proved accurate, the city might feature multiple bridges linking zones, a series of small islands to the south, a major shipping port to the southeast, and industrial cargo areas closer to the mainland. Meanwhile, the southwestern portion might be dotted with suburban developments and the occasional farmland. Several fans have also pointed out that the keys themselves seem reminiscent of real-life chain islands, with palm trees framing narrow stretches of scenic highways. Combined with hints of an airstrip or major airport, the setting could deliver a taste of exotic escapism, unlike any previous Grand Theft Auto title. One crowd-pleasing possibility is that these keys or outlying areas could act as a secret hub for hidden missions, unique random encounters, or collectibles, similar to how earlier games introduced submarine wrecks, UFO Easter eggs, or cryptid myths. The brand's legacy is jam-packed with hidden goodies, from Bigfoot legends in mountainous regions to ghostly apparitions in remote cabins. If Rockstar indeed invests in an archipelago environment circling Vice City, we might uncover a trove of tantalizing hidden quests, from treasure hunts on deserted beaches to hush-hush government research labs. This interplay between sprawling city and peripheral areas is one of the hallmarks that has kept fans enthralled for decades, and the new screenshots appear to confirm that spirit remains firmly intact. Add in the modern gaming technologies available now, which could enhance water physics, dynamic weather cycles, and even real-time property destruction, and you might begin to guess why Rockstar has postponed the release date. An ambitious city of Vice City's scale does not come together overnight. The demands of advanced visuals, smooth performance, and intricate storytelling place enormous pressure on every aspect of game development. Even so, the community remains confident because Rockstar's track record for polish is well known. Grand Theft Auto V initially came out nearly a decade before Grand Theft Auto VI is set to drop, implying that the developers have absorbed an entire generation's worth of user feedback. That is enough time for them to craft not merely a larger environment, but a living simulation of crime, culture, and chaos that surpasses even the most optimistic expectations. Critics, of course, have voiced skepticism. Some wonder if the official media blitz is too good to be true, or question whether the final game can possibly encompass all of these rumored features. Others raise concerns about new microtransaction models, especially given how profitable online expansions have become. For now, though, the prevalent mood is one of unbridled excitement. The game's second trailer offered a taste of character interactions, gunfights, and comedic vignettes that reminded people of the series' signature brand of satirical crime drama. Meanwhile, glimpses of clubs, restaurants, and busy streets seem to confirm that the city is poised to be more immersive than ever. And with each newly revealed image, the speculation intensifies, overshadowing any cynicism. Indeed, many fans highlight the idea that Rockstar is focusing on building a city that feels truly enormous, not just visually extensive, but narratively dense. The possibility of branching missions, advanced AI for law enforcement or civilians, and spontaneous events that draw players off the beaten path is an enticing one. The cleaned-up screenshots, with their meticulously rendered buildings, are a testament to this level of detail. In earlier games, distant structures often looked more like background set dressing. Now, they seem like fully realized places one can actually visit. When a forum user remarks, "We are so far away from the city that the buildings in the background are practically disappearing from view, yet they are still intricately modeled," it signals that the draw distance and sense of scale are more sophisticated than ever before. And yes, that brings us to a crucial piece of the puzzle: Vice City's identity as a flamboyant, unpredictable landscape. The addition of suburban areas and industrial zones does not mean the classic bright lights and beach parties will be dulled. On the contrary, many suspect this reimagined city will amplify its distinctive flair with new nightlife districts, oceanfront amusement piers, possibly even a carnival or major festival. The presence of an airport and a shipping port suggests that international elements might weave into plot lines, potentially allowing story arcs that revolve around smuggling or global underworld connections. For any player itching to explore beyond the bright pastel tones, the countryside or the Keys might open up a completely different style of mission, perfect for chase sequences, covert infiltration, or scenic getaways after a high-stakes heist in the city. It is that promise of diversity, urban, suburban, rural, and coastal, that sets Grand Theft Auto 6 apart from its predecessors. Even Grand Theft Auto 5, with its dynamic range from city to desert to forest, might pale in comparison if developers truly unleash the full potential of the Vice City region. Combine this with next-generation console technology, and you have the makings of a game that might define open-world experiences for years to come. When fans discovered that they could see the outskirts of the city from vantage points in the screenshots, they erupted with delight. Finally, an environment that does not feel limited by narrow roads or invisible walls, an environment that begs you to explore every nook and cranny. This might be the hallmark of Rockstar's creative vision for the new era, and do not worry, there is so much more to uncover. We will continue to spotlight any rumor related to the storyline, any sneaky reveal about new mechanics, and any behind-the-scenes development chatter that emerges in the run-up to launch. The methodical way fans piece together the puzzle is reminiscent of a detective show, where clues from one screenshot lead to revelations about entire neighborhoods. Then, all it takes is a snippet from a voice actor interview or a quick developer tweet to set off another frenzy of speculation. The entire process underscores how dedicated the Grand Theft Auto community really is and how deeply they cherish the iconic locales that Rockstar conjures. If you have found these revelations as thrilling as we do, consider subscribing so you can stay in the loop for every new deep dive and Easter egg breakdown. It is the best way to make sure you do not miss a moment of our ongoing investigation into one of the most anticipated games in modern history. Ultimately, the story of Vice City's momentous comeback is about more than just big buildings and endless highways. It is about a beloved universe stepping boldly into the future, bridging that warm nostalgia for simpler times with the advanced capabilities of modern gaming. The haze lifted by fans in these new screenshots speaks volumes about the creeping sense that Vice City might expand beyond the city limits we once knew. We could be in store for something truly monumental, a new center of gravity in the gaming realm. And so, with that official date in late May 2026 locked in, the countdown has begun. The final question, then, is whether Rockstar Games can harness players' optimism and deliver a product that lives up to, or even surpasses, the towering expectations. The signs are there: an intricate city design, new vantage points, improved engine technology, refined physics, a deeper storyline, and that old Vice City magic revived. For now, fans will keep poring over every leaked or official screenshot, scanning them for new clues that hint at the shape of roads and the heights of skyscrapers. One day soon, each of us might be stepping onto those busy sidewalks, hearing the hum of waves against the piers, and feeling the neon glow from brand new clubs in the most immersive Vice City ever imagined. That is the dream fueling the hype train at full speed. And with that, we have one of gaming's greatest sagas continuing to enthrall us. The wait may well be worth it, and each snippet of digital evidence only lights the fire further. Keep your eyes peeled, because the city of Vice is about to open its gates in ways none of us saw coming, and all signs suggest that the scale on display is nothing short of revolutionary. Whether you plan to explore every inch of its hidden corners or simply crave the thrilling storylines Grand Theft Auto is known for, rest assured, the next few years leading to release are going to be one wild ride.